Whoa, they got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like lots of matzo pizza, buy one, get one free. Ben & Jerry's 2 for $12. Celsius, buy 2, get one free. Any size fountain pop, just 79 cents. Jack's Link Jerky, 2 for $10. And Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, ready to eat, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Target Field here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we're getting set for the Class 2A Baseball State Championship game between the Rockford Rockets and your Foley Falcons. Game Day Gilman here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, getting set for first pitch here. A little bit delayed. We had to wait 50 minutes after the last pitch of the Single A game where Springfield defeated Parkers Prairie 5-1 for the state championship. So we had to wait 50 minutes and then a little bit longer because of the rain. The rain started to pick up here in downtown Minneapolis for a good chunk of 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and now it is kind of laying off a little bit. It is lightening up just a little bit, so looks like we will get this game played. Of course, these championship games had to be postponed from Monday to today, and then the 3 and 4A games had to be postponed from today to tomorrow. So they're only doing the Class Single and Double A games here today. Then they will have the Class 3 and 4A games here tomorrow. But again, Springfield beat Parkers Prairie in the Single A game 5-1. And it will be Foley and Rockford going at it here in this championship game. Foley representing Section 6 AA, Rockford representing 5 AA. Rockford on the season, believe it or not, they were ranked 6th, but they had the best overall record in the section, now sitting at 25-5. But on the playoff season, they were the best overall record in their section. They also had one of the best section records as well. The Holy Family Catholic Flames had the best section record at 9-2, but they lost 2 in a row in their section playoffs. So it goes to show you that just because you're the top team and Holy Family Catholic was ranked 2nd in the state does not mean that you are going to be the top team out there. So Foley was the number 2 seed in their section, and they were the 5th ranked team in the state. So very, very interesting to see that they didn't get the 1 seed, and the reason being, well, Holdingford had the better section record at the time. I think they had only lost 1 section game at that time, I believe, and then they went on to lose 2 in the section playoffs. But so it's just interesting to see here at Target Field in Minneapolis. We've got the monitors above us in the press box, and you get to see the 2 left-handed pitchers warming up for both of these teams. For Foley, it will be Trey Emmerich getting the start on the mound for the Falcons. On the other side, it's Will Haas getting the start for the Rockford Rockets. They are out in the bullpens warming up out there for their respective teams, getting set here, and we are set for about a 3 p.m. first pitch. They're having their conference with the umpires now at home plate, so that is wrapping up, and then after that is done, we should be set for first pitch. It is an awesome presentation. If you're not down here, I appreciate you tuning in to 95.5 FM KBEK. Appreciate you joining us here, and I'll be bringing you all the action from this Class 2A state tournament championship game for baseball at Target Field. Here on 95.5 FM KBEK, Ethan Game Day Gilman bringing you all the action from here. But it's a beautiful venue, Target Center, obviously, or Target Field, rather. Target Center is just adjacent from us, actually, so not too far away, but it's a great afternoon, other than the rain. The rain is, it looks like it's light enough to where it's just going to be more of a nuisance than anything. It shouldn't delay us anymore, but great atmosphere here. Great first game. It was 4-1, and Springfield was able to add one there in the bottom of the sixth to take a 5-1 lead, and then they got the victory over Parkers Prairie. So game 1 is in the books. Class 2A just about to get set to go here at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of your Minnesota Twins. Of course, you can hear Minnesota Twins games on our other station, 100.9 FM WCMP. That's where you can hear Twins games, and they'll be out in Oakland tonight for an 8:40 start, and that game, yes, will be on 100.9 FM WCMP, so be sure to tune in over there. So the Twins are going to be gone for the next week, and since you may not be able to maybe watch them on the TV or go to their game, tune in to 100.9 FM WCMP. Every day they have a game, we'll be having them on our station at 100.9 FM. But tonight, or this afternoon rather, it's nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Foley Falcons getting set to take on the Rockford Rockets in the Class 2A State Baseball Championship game. The winner will get to host that first-placed trophy. So stay tuned. We'll have all that and more coming your way. But first, we'll get a word from our fine sponsors as we get set for first pitch here in the Class 2A State Championship game between your Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at WCMPradio.com. KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluga. Back underneath, far side, and a goal!
To the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Mora, Pine City, North Branch, Bram, East Central, Hinckley Finlayson, Malacca. Find out who plays next at KBEK.com.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Back here on nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Ethan Game Day Gilman getting set to bring you all the action from this Class 2A state championship game between the Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets here at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of the Twins here. While the Twins are on about a week road trip the next 7 days. They're in Oakland here for the next, I think, 3 or 4 days, and then next week they'll be in Arizona. So, yeah, for the next 3 days they are out in Oakland to play the Athletics, and then starting on Tuesday through Thursday next week they'll be in Arizona, and then Friday through Sunday next week they'll be in Seattle before returning home July 2nd for a 3-game series against the Detroit Tigers that runs through July 4th. So that is what's coming up for the Minnesota Twins here. That'll be their next game at Target Field will be July 2nd against the Detroit Tigers. But here at Target Field, we're getting set for our first pitch here of the Class 2A state championship game. We'll take one more commercial break, then we'll be back for starting lineups here on KBEK.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water, whether you want to fish or just float in style. With this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers, half-day rentals start as low as $200. Better yet, rent for a full 8 hours, starting at $300. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops, and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Getting ready for first pitch here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, between your Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets. Getting your starting lineups here as the Rockford Rockets are the designated away team because of a coin flip. Now, for those of you who don't know, I know all because I've been doing this for so long. No, I literally actually found out at the semifinal game against ESCO that it's a coin flip. So after round one, after the quarterfinals of state, it is a coin flip to see who the home team is. So semifinal and championship game is a coin flip, and Foley won the coin flip. So they're the home team, and they've been the home team for a while. So taking a look at their starting lineups. Defensively on the mound, starting for the Foley Falcons, is going to be number 2, Trey Emmerich. Then behind the plate and catching for him will be number 3, Josiah Peterson. At first is going to be number 21, Reed Hermanson. And at second will be number 11, Jaden Enerson. This will be the second game in a row in which he will play in the field and also bat. Then over at third is going to be number 7, Brett Leach. And at short it will be number 22, Derek Damon. Then in left field, it's going to be Jace Molitor, number 1. Out in center, it's going to be number 4, Bryce Kapinski. He'll be playing there for the second consecutive game. Last time he played there against ESCO. And then over in right, it will be number 13, Wyatt Luke. So that is your starting lineup for the Foley Falcons, the home team here as they won the coin flip. And they are playing against the Rockford Rockets here this afternoon. A rainy day here at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the home of the Minnesota Twins. And this one should be a good one here as it is the Class 2A State Baseball Championship game. I'm excited to see how this goes for Foley. Foley has had a very good postseason, obviously making it to the championship game. But it's kind of, the starts to these games have been kind of up and down. They've had slow starts, they've had quick starts. So it'll be interesting to see how they can get off to, what kind of start, I should say, that they can get off to because, I've noticed when they are able to get off to a quick start, they're able to let their pitchers kind of work and just kind of do what they want there on the mound. And the defense really steps up and complements the pitchers. So if they're able to get out to a fast start, I think that would be key for them, and then kind of let their defense do the work. But we've noticed as we go through this postseason with Foley, is that towards the middle innings, it seems like maybe the energy drops a tad, or maybe it's the defense has been out there too long, or something, because it seems like in those middle innings, the third, fourth, and fifth innings, it seems like, and I'm not trying to say that their energy is gone, like they're not trying. That's obviously not what's happening. They're trying their hardest. They're giving it their all, and you're not in the state championship game for no reason because, you just gave up in the middle innings. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it just feels like maybe they're running out of steam, or maybe they're giving too much in the first and second inning, or whatever it is. It seems like they just seem to lose a little bit of energy in those middle innings, but then it comes back in the 6th and 7th, and they just continue to be so great on the field defensively. So it's very interesting to see how they will play this game and how quick of a start they can get out to. As we get ready for first pitch here, we will not have a national anthem because that first game had the national anthem. So no national anthem here for this one. Again, it is because the first game had the national anthem. So your Foley Falcons are getting set to take the field at Target Field for their defense. Again, I went over that. Trey Emmerich will get the start on the mound for the Falcons. Falcons, of course, wearing their white pinstriped uniforms, the blue letters and numbers outlined in black, the blue hat, the black brim to the hat, the white Foley F on the hat as well for the Foley Falcons. And pretty cool here up in the booth. We've got monitors up above us so we can look up there, see the camera of what's being broadcasted. Also in the big screen out there in left center field as well. So pretty cool. We've got a great view here in the booth. It's a big booth for media, but man, it is special to be up here. I'm truly blessed to be here. It's not about me, but I'm excited. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm excited to bring you all the action from this afternoon's game here in the Class 2A State Baseball Championship game. Foley had to beat Zumbrota Mazeppa and Esco to get here. Yes, the defending state champions in Esco, they beat them 4-0 to get here. So this defense throughout these playoffs has just been phenomenal, and they did have a 7th-inning walk-off against Zumbrota Mazeppa to be able to get to the semifinals against Esco. So that is how the Foley Falcons got here for the Rockets. They got here by beating, in the first round, Blake 2-1, and then they were able to get the victory over LeSueur Henderson 7-3. So getting set to lead off for the Rockford Rockets is number 3, Pat Binabose. So Pat Binabose will lead off for the Rockford Rockets as Josiah Peterson and Trey Emmerich have a word on the mound before Josiah Peterson makes his way back to the catcher spot. And we are set for first pitch here in the Class 2A State Baseball Championship game. Foley Falcons, and it's Trey Emmerich. Emmerich ready. Here's the windup and the pitch. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Binabose bats and throws right. He's wearing that number 3 jersey. That one swung on, popped up, and it's coming back towards us, but it will go into the stands. So a souvenir for a moment for somebody before they got to throw that ball back in. Unlike baseball, for like the MLB, that won't be a souvenir. You do got to wind up giving it back. The 0-2 for Emmerich is swung on and fouled into the netting behind home plate. And the count stays 0-2 for Binabose. Foley and Rockford going at it here this afternoon. That pitch is swung on and missed by Binabose, and that will be out number 1 and the first strikeout of the game for Emmerich. So 1 down now for Rockford. And coming to the plate now will be number 8, Max Edwards. He gets this one swung on and fouled down the first base line. So Edwards on that one, but just a bit late, and he fouls it down the first base line. Left-handed Emmerich winds up, and here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. The rain has really let up since that first game got done. After the first game had concluded, it really started to pick up and was really looking like, man, are we even going to be able to get this game in? But since this game has started, it has let up a ton, and looks like we will be able to finish this one without any interruptions. Emmerich with the 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be called inside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count now for Max Edwards of Rockford. Emmerich winds up, and here's the 3-1. That one swung on and hit just past Hermanson at first. Out to right field, and Wyatt Luke will get this one thrown in. That is going to be a base hit for Max Edwards. A little bit bigger of a field these two are playing on, so these fielders, I'm sure, have got to get used to it a little bit as we watch the replay. Yeah, he's all over that one. A little bit late as well, but got it down there. Wyatt Luke couldn't get that one cleanly down the right field line as it popped in and out of his glove as he tried to stop it. Now to the plate for the Rockets, Aiden Smith. He'll bat at the number 3 spot, and where number 4 in the first pitch to him is in there for called strike 1. 1 down and a runner at first for Rockford. Emmerich. Here's the 0-1. That one is swung on and missed by Smith, and now Emmerich ahead 0-2. Emmerich readies. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed for out number 2, and the second strikeout for Emmerich. So Emmerich with 2 strikeouts here. And now coming to the plate, Jake Eisentrager, He'll come to the plate, batting that cleanup spot and wearing the number 1. Looks like we will get a courtesy runner there at first for Max Edwards. And that courtesy runner will be number 10, Logan Vicino. So Jacob Eisentrager, coming to the plate as the cleanup for the Rockets. So Emmerich readies. The first pitch to Eisentrager is low for ball 1. Target Field, the site for today's Class 2A State Baseball Championship game. Foley and Rockford going at it. Foley Rockford with 2 down and runner on first. Emmerich, the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1-1 count for Eisentrager, and the next one is in there for strike 2. And I don't think Eisentrager thought that one was in, but so 1-2 count now for Emmerich, and he looks to get the Falcons out of the top of the inning. That one swung on and fouled back into the netting. So Eisentrager will keep himself alive, and count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first for Rockford. Emmerich readies. Here's the pitch. That one swung on right at the third baseman. He nabs it, grabs it for out number 3. What a play there by the third baseman, Brett Leach. And man, oh man, he makes a gnarly play there at third, and that would have probably been an extra base for him, for Eisentrager, had that one got past him. But beautiful play at third there by Brett Leach, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, no runs for the Rockets. No errors committed by the Falcons of Foley. And we'll move forward to the bottom of the first inning, where you have no score. The Falcons will have their turn at the plate and look to get something going early on in this Class 2A championship game, as you're listening to this game on 95.5 FM KBEK.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Rockets taking the field and looking at their defensive lineups. It will look like this. On the mound for them will be number 6, Will Haas. Then behind the plate catching will be number 8, Max Edwards. At first, it'll be number 21, Colton Lundberg. At second, it will be number 5, Riley Moran. Then at third, it's Pat Binabose, number 3. And at short, it will be number 2, Wilson Sanderson. Then out and left, it'll be Riley Strahler, wearing number 17. In center, it'll be number 1, Jake Eisentrager. And in right, it'll be number 4, Aiden Smith. That is how the Rockford Rockets will line up. They're wearing their forest green jerseys and caps, if you will. The white letters and numbers, the 2 white stripes on the sleeve of the jersey, the white pants, the green, again, forest green cap, if you will, with the white brim and the Rocket logo on there. So now, coming to the plate, leading off for the Falcons will be the center fielder, number 4, Bryce Gopinski. Gopinski has been, the top of the order here for Foley has just been huge this postseason. That one going to be low for ball 1 to Gopinski. So again, Will Haas on the mound for the Falcons, as that one is fouled back by Gopinski. The top 3 guys for Foley here this postseason have just been phenomenal, but you can't count out the rest of the 6 guys who come to the plate. I mean, each one of them has had their moments here this postseason, whether it's in the section playoffs or the state tournament so far. They all have had their moment, but it's been the top of the order that has really shined here in the postseason. Swing and a miss there by Or excuse me, he looked at that one. So it's 1-2 now for Gopinski, the leadoff man. Haas takes his time. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be in there for strike 3, and Gopinski is going to go down looking. And looking at Will Haas, he's got an arm. Looks like he can really throw it in there. So he's got the speed of fastball working. It'll be interesting to see what he brings off speed. Josiah Peterson now at the plate. And Josiah Peterson, he's had a great postseason as well. He swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. One down for Foley. This will be interesting to see. This might wind up being a pitcher's duel between these two. Will Haas really looks like he's got that heater working. That one's going to be low and bouncing to the catcher for ball 1. And that's what I was kind of wondering was, what would his off-speed stuff look like? What would that look like? It looks like maybe not as much control as the fastball. That one foul tipped into the glove of the catcher by Josiah Peterson, but it'll be strike 2. So 1-2 count now for Josiah Peterson, 1 down in the bottom of the first. Haas shakes off the first pitch. Readies, and here's the 1-2 delivery. Peterson will swing and miss on that one, and it looks like it's going to be a tough day for anybody swinging a bat. So 2 down on 2 strikeouts here for Foley, and now coming to the plate will be Brett Leach, the third baseman who made the line-out grab to end the top of the first inning. I mean, he made a very athletic play over there. And now again, Brett Leach to the plate. He looks at that one high for ball 1. One 0 count for Brett Leach. Here's the pitch from Haas. He gets a piece of that one, but that one's popped up out towards the second baseman. He'll travel back just onto the grass for it, and he grabs it for out number 3. So Leach is the only one to make contact with the ball to get it out of the infield, but it doesn't go far as it's grabbed by the second baseman for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for your Foley Falcons. No hits, no runs, and no errors committed by Rockford, and we'll move forward in this game to the top of the second inning. A quick first inning here between Rockford and Foley, and now we'll move forward to the top of inning number 2 as you're listening to Championship Baseball here on Nice 95.5.
KBEK Sports. Local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluga. Back underneath, far side, and a goal!
To the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Mora, Pine City, North Branch, Graham, East Central, Hinckley Finlayson, Malacca. Find out who plays next at kbek.com.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative, Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Yeah, of course, a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do here, whether it's on KBEK or WCMP. We appreciate all of our fine sponsors, and we appreciate you. We know you're not tuning in for the broadcasters or to hear what they have to say. You're just here to hear what your team is doing, but still, we appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot, especially to me, to know that you guys are tuning in because, I mean, quite honestly, if you guys aren't listening, I don't have a job to do. So I appreciate you all tuning in and listening. Again, I know it's about the kids and the guys out here, or maybe it's the gals for softball or whatever it may be. I'm just happy you're tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. Give me a job to do, so greatly appreciate that. Leading off for the Rockford Rockets is their pitcher, Will Haas, in the top of the second inning. Trey Emmerich readies. Here's the pitch. That one's high for ball 1 to the left-handed batter, Will Haas. That one swung on and fouled. So now a 1-1 count for Will Haas of the Rockets from Rockford. Emmerich getting ready. The ump wants a new ball or that ball that was fouled to get dried. This one, no, it's low for ball 2. Haas thought about it, but he holds off, and it'll be ball 2. 2-1 count for Will Haas. Trey Emmerich readies, and here's the windup and the pitch. That one's inside, and that'll make it a 3-1 count. 3-1 count now for Haas. And there's the pitch that swung on and fouled back. And oh my goodness, it got into the fans back there underneath the stands. Hopefully everyone's okay. But with that, we move to 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count, swung on, and they're going to say foul tip there by Haas. So the count remains full for Will Haas, and Emmerich readies. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, and that one's fouled down the third base line, a ways, and into the stands where nobody's at. Young man will get it over there. He's running. Still a full count here for Will Haas, top of the second inning. Emmerich, that pitch off speed. Oh, it's going to stay high for ball 4. So Haas will draw a walk to begin the second inning. That's a tough one, Emmerich. I think he thought he had strike 3, but instead it is ball 4. We'll get a pinch runner here for the pitcher for Rockford, and I believe it's number 13 it is, Brad Gronke. Emmerich at this point is already at 25 pitches in the game with 2 strikeouts. So up to 25 pitches on the afternoon in the second inning. Runner at first, nobody down for Rockford. And at the plate now for them is number 21, Colton Lundberg, their first baseman. He swings and misses in that one for strike 1. Oh, 1 count now for Lundberg. Next pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 2. So now Emmerich ahead 0-2 over Colton Lundberg, the Rockets' first baseman. Emmerich sets, and here's the left-handed pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 1. 3 straight swings and misses there by Lundberg, and that'll be out number 1. Riley Moran will come to the plate now for Rockford. Be batting left, but throws right. So a left-handed batter, Moran at the plate. Emmerich readies, and here's the pitch. In there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. A 1 count for Moran. And here's the pitch from Emmerich. That one's going to be inside for ball 1. 3:24 is your time. Foley playing against Rockford here in the state 2A championship game for baseball at the home of the Twins, Target Field. Swing and a miss there by Moran, and that'll make it a 1-2 count. And the pitch on the way from Emmerich just going to be outside, and that'll draw the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So an even 2-2 count. Emmerich readies, and here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up. That one's towering, and it's on the infield. The first baseman, Hermanson, on it. He falls back. He dropped it. And it's going to be an error that will allow Moran to reach. And then the runner at first is going to be tagged out for out number 2. So as Hermanson came down with it, he could not control it, and I think they're going to call it a fielder's choice. So a fielder's choice there. They're calling it, and either way, Wilson Sanderson to the plate now, the shortstop for Rockford, and he swung and missed at the first pitch. This one upstairs, and Josiah Peterson quickly out of his stance. He's keeping an eye on Moran at first. So 2 down for Rockford, a 1-1 count for their shortstop, their shortstop Wilson Sanderson, and he swings and bats that one foul off the first baseline. So now a 1-2 count for Sanderson, and Foley trying to get out of the inning. Trey Emmerich readies. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Took a little bit off that one, got him looking, and that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, and no errors committed there by Foley. 4 strikeouts on the afternoon for Trey Emmerich, the Falcons starting pitcher. And we will move to the bottom of the second inning here on KBEK, nice 95.5 FM. But first, a word from those fine sponsors as we're at the state championship baseball game.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Getting set to lead off for the Foley Falcons in the bottom of the second is Reed Hermanson, their first baseman. Haas sets, delivers, and that one is fired by Hermanson, swinging and missing for strike 1. Haas wasting no time on that one, and that's in there for strike 2, so a little bit of a quick pitch there for Hermanson as Haas wasting no time. 0-2 count now for the leadoff man, Hermanson. Haas, here's the 0-2. Ooh, that one on the inside part of the plate, but it's going to get him for strike 3. He'll go down looking as out number 1. Similar start to the last inning. Haas is a pretty darn good pitcher, and so Foley's going to have to get away to get him off his roll. Trey Emmerich will come to the plate. Left-handed batter, and that one upstairs high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Haas on the way. And Emmerich will look at that one for strike 1. One down for Foley in the bottom of the second. Emmerich with the 1-1 count, and that one's high for ball 2. Emmerich taking a more patient approach to this at-bat. Haas readies with the 2-1. That one's in there for strike 2. So an even 2-2 count now for Trey Emmerich. He hasn't even attempted to lift the bat off his shoulders here in this at-bat, waiting for something a little bit better. But Haas is not going to give you much better. Here's the 2-2. And Emmerich swings and misses on that one for strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Will Haas, and he's only thrown 17 pitches. 13 of them have been strikes, so Foley needs to work his count a little bit. They need to get his count a little bit higher. Derek Damon will come to the plate. At a pitch. Ooh, inside on that one, and that's going to be strike one. He is really painting the edges, is Haas. That one half swing there by Damon, and that one is fouled into the stands. But now he deals with an 0-2 count, and Foley in danger of going 1-2-3 once again. Here's the 0-2 from Haas. And Damon, I don't think he wanted to swing at that one, but the check swing not held up in time, and that'll be the 5th strikeout already for Haas. So no hits, no runs there for Foley. We are tied at zeros, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward to the top of the 3rd inning. The Rockford Rockets have been able to get a runner on base, so they currently would hold the advantage if there was one to be held, but no one has scored a run. We'll be back with the top of that 3rd inning here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
At Walia Health, your eye health is our passion. With cutting-edge technology and a team dedicated to your well-being, we're here to ensure your eyesight shines bright. From diagnosing and treating conditions like cataracts and glaucoma to helping you find the perfect pair of glasses or contacts, we've got you covered. Schedule your appointment today at waliahealth.org or give us a call at 320-679-2020. Let's keep those eyes sparkling together.
The Class 2A State Baseball Championship here at Target Field, the home of the Twins. Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. We're tied at zeros here as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Falcons and Rockford going at it. And again, if there was an advantage to be had, it would definitely be Rockford. And their pitcher, Will Haas, has thrown 20 pitches. 16 of them have been strikes. For Trey Emmerich, he's thrown 37 pitches. 26 have been strikes, so a good strike percentage. But, again, he's 17 more pitches in than their starter, Will Haas. So, for Foley, they're going to need to start working the count a little bit more when they're at the plate. Leading off for the Rockets to begin the bottom of the 3rd will be Owen Schuster. So Schuster into the right-handed batter's box. Emmerich gets set. Readies, and here's the windup and the pitch. Schuster, a freshman for the Rockets, looks at that one for strike one. That one swung on and missed, low, but it is swung on, so that'll be strike two. So 0-2 count now for Schuster of Rockford. And here's the 0-2 inside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Owen Schuster. And that one got behind him, and I think the Rockford fans thought it hit him, but it did not. Umpire is right there, so he probably has the best look at it. I would only guess, but that's, 2-2 count now for Schuster. Emmerich readies. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, and that'll run the count full. So after getting ahead 0-2, he falls now to a full count, and that one swung on and hit down the third base line, but foul. Get that ball back out of play, out of the field of play, and to the Rockford dugout. Emmerich with the full count pitch. That one swung on, and that one's towards center field. It caught Gopinski a little bit, but he's there to grab it for out number one. Now we'll turn it over to the top of the order for Pat Binabose. Gopinski was a little bit confused at first on that one. He traveled up on it, had to go back a little bit, and then stuck in his spot. To make the grab for out number 1, Pat Binabose at the plate. Emmerich with the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be ball 2. 2-0 count now for Binabose. That one is swung on and out towards the foul line at first base, and it's going to get out of play. Some fans down there will help get that one back in. And that'll be a 2-1 count now for Binabose. 47 pitches now for Trey Emmerich. This next one is swung on, missed by Binabose, pops out of the glove of Peterson. But that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One down here in the top of the 3rd. That one swung on, and that one's going to be fouled down the 3rd base line by Binabose. So Emmerich back on the mound. Readies, here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch. That one he took a little something off of. That's going to be lined out to center. That's going to roll. And Binabose, he's looking. He turns the corner. He's going to turn it into 2. And yes, he is in there safely. So Binabose will reach on a double with one down here in the top of the 3rd. Now to the plate, Max Edwards reached on a single back in the 1st. Good throw there from Bryce Kapinski out in center, but bounces to the second baseman, and we're not able to get him. So again, Max Edwards at the plate, singled, and that one's going to get down for a base hit as well. That's going to score our first run, and it's going to be just an RBI single for Max Edwards. First pitch swinging, and he found a lot of grass out there for the first run of the game, and I was kind of wondering to myself, when was that first run going to come, and what kind of mess it was going to make for whoever it came for. But the first run is going to come for the Rockets, and again, it might make a mess now for Foley, as we will have a mound visit for Trey Emmerich. Going to just visit with him, talk to him. 51 pitches thrown already, and we're only in the 3rd inning. 69% of his pitches have been strikes, but again, 51 pitches already thrown, and he's only 2 1/3 inning into his outing. Mound visit fairly short, as coming to the plate now is going to be Aiden Smith. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. So the Falcons trail on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Emmerich, the first pitch there is swung on. That's lifted out to center. Kapinski on it a ways, and that's going to get down. It's going to one-hop the warning track, and that could possibly score a run. The throw is going to be in. Damon is going to grab it, and they're going to, it's going to be an RBI triple, my goodness, for Aiden Smith. And like I said, the first run could be one of many. That's what I was worried about, is a team getting one run, and then it just kind of snowballing from there, and that's kind of what's happening already for the Rockets, as that is a RBI triple from Aiden Smith. So a 2-0 game now for the Rockets. And now at the plate, Jake Eisentrager, or Traeger. So runner at 3rd, one down. The last 2 at-bats have been one-pitch swings for RBIs. Both Max Edwards and Aiden Smith, one-pitch swing RBIs, has made it a 2-0 game. Jake Eisentrager with a 2-1 count now from Trey Emmerich. Emmerich readies. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and it'll be fouled back up towards us. Bounces in a seat, and somebody will get it. Two-two pitch on the way from Emmerich. That's low for ball 3. And that will run the count full now for Jake Eisentrager. So Emmerich and company looking to get out of this inning without allowing that runner at third to score and make it a 3-0 game, but this one swung on into foul territory and out of play. So the count for Eisentrager will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes, or otherwise known as full. Emmerich with the windup in. Here's the pitch. That one swung on right at the shortstop, Damon, and he holds on for out number 2. Derek Damon there at short. Cuts that one off, and that'll be out number 2. So Foley trying to get out of this jam. And now at the plate is the left-handed batter, Will Haas, the pitcher for Rockford today. And again, the next one is in there for strike 2 to Haas. So Emmerich ahead 0-2, trying to get out of this inning with only allowing the 2 runs. Emmerich is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside for ball 1. Wasted a pitch inside, trying to get him to swing, but man, Rockford has just been, dialed in with what they're swinging at. That one's going to get him, though, looking, and that will be out number 3. So Haas will go down looking for out number 3, but that is 3 hits, 2 runs, and no errors committed by Foley. And we will move to the bottom of the 3rd. And the Falcons will have their turn at the plate as they will try and answer those 2 runs from the Rockford Rockets here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. We're here at Target Field for the Class 2A state championship game. And Foley currently trailing 2-0 on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard. They'll look for their first hit of the game when we come back after our word from our fine sponsors.
Whoa, they got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like lots of matzo pizza, buy 1, get 1 free. Ben & Jerry's 2 for $12. Celsius, buy 2, get 1 free. Any size fountain pop, just 79 cents. Jack's Link Jerky, 2 for $10. And Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, ready to eat, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
I don't know what you heard. We had a technical difficulty there. So if you didn't hear it, Foley unfortunately went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third inning, as now we work to the top of the inning number 4. Again, a 1-2-3 inning. So Foley still has not had a base runner yet today, and they still are without their first hit. So again, I apologize if for the technical difficulty there, but we do have it fixed. So from here on out, we will be good to go. But Foley there in that bottom of the third, 1-2-3 once again, and Rockford holds on to a 2-0 lead. We'll take a quick, and I mean a quick, commercial break.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at wcmpradio.com.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK, Ethan Game Day Gilman with you. Here at Target Field for this Class 2A state championship game between the Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets. The Falcons have been to the state tournament in back-to-back years, last year and this year, and they're trying to make some history as this would be their first state title ever. But Rockford currently leading 2-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Colton Lundberg will lead off for the Rockford Rockets. Trey Emmerich still out there. He's already thrown 63 pitches in 3 innings, so not an ideal start for him. Over 20 pitches per inning. That is not what you'd like to see from Emmerich. But that one's in there, swung on and missed. That one swung on and missed as well. Emmerich ahead in the count 0-2. And here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed for out number 3. That's very similar to his first at-bat. He swung at all 3, missed all 3 for out number 1 here in the 4th. Now to the plate, Riley Moran. He reached on a fielder's choice. Apparently it wasn't an error, it was a fielder's choice. Back in the 2nd. First pitch to him is in there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. I'm not sure how that was a fielder's choice and not an error, but this one is swung on and diving for it, but can't reach it is Enerson. And it will be a base hit for Rockford. So Riley Moran will get a single that time. It just gets past the outstretched glove of Jaden Enerson, and now Wilson Sanderson comes to the plate with one down and runner at first. Sanderson was a threat to steal the last time, so Emmerich will keep an eye on him at first, and Sanderson swings and misses late on that one for strike 1. Top of the 4th, Foley trails 2-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in the Class 2A state championship game. Emmerich with the 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled back. So an 0-2 count now for Sanderson. Emmerich with the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he'll get him swinging for out number 2. So 2 down now, runner at first for Rockford, and Owen Schuster will come to the plate. Two down, runner at first. And Emmerich with the pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. Good frame there by Josiah Peterson, the catcher. 72 pitches now thrown by Emmerich. 72% strikeout rate. Schuster will watch that one go outside, and that's ball 1. Emmerich with the 1-1 delivery. That one is low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike for Schuster. And here's the 2-1, that's in there for strike number 2 on the inside part of the plate, and now it is a even 2-2 count. 2 down, runner at first for Rockford. Emmerich readies. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swung on and lifted out towards shallow center. That's going to get down, and that's a base hit. A base hit there for Schuster. Pretty impressive because he's only a freshman on this Rockford team. So 2 down, runners on first and second, and now we'll head and turn around to the back, to the top of the order. Pat Binnabos to the plate for the Rockets. And this could be a dangerous situation. He doubled in the last inning. So it's a dangerous spot here for Foley. 6 hits now for Rockford, none so far for Foley. First pitch from Emmerich is swung on, and that one's going to head towards the bleachers and out of play. And that goes foul. 0-1 now for Binnabos. Emmerich with the pitch. That one stays high for ball 1. Good pitch there from Emmerich. Didn't give him something in the zone to hit. Wanted to try and force him to swing at something out of the zone, but again, Rockford has just been dialed in on what they're swinging at. 1-1 pitch from Emmerich is just inside for ball 2. It's 2-1 now for Binnabos, and Emmerich, this will be his 80th pitch he will have thrown. On the way, swung on, grounder towards the second baseman, Enerson. Oh, it got to him, and he's not going to get a play off. And that will be an error. And that will allow Binnabos to reach, and that will also load the bases here. 80 pitches thrown by Emmerich, a 70% strike rate, but they're going to have a visit here. Now, Josiah Peterson was warming up in the bullpen in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Doesn't appear that he's taking off his catcher's gear to come in as the new pitcher, so it looks like Emmerich will just have a word with his teammates, and they try to escape this 4th inning jam with the bases loaded and 2 down. Now again, silver lining, there are 2 outs, so you only need to grab 1 more out, but bases are loaded, and that is where it gets a little bit sketchy, if you will, a little bit tough, because if you give up a hit or a walk, you score a run, if not 2 on a base hit. So a lot on the line here for Emmerich and the Foley Falcons as they try to get out of inning number 4 without allowing anybody to score. Hey, that rhymed. Here's the first pitch, and that one's going to be outside to Max Edwards. Edwards is 2 for 2 here today, singled and hit an RBI single back in the 3rd. Emmerich readies with the 1-0. Ooh, and that one's called ball. I'm not sure where he missed on that one, but it's ball 2. So 2-0 count for Edwards. Emmerich with the pitch. And that one is inside, just inside for ball 3. And here, this is why it becomes dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. So if Emmerich can't get this one across the strike zone, it's going to be a free run. That one's in there for strike 1, though. Nice comeback pitch for Emmerich. Emmerich readying with the 3-1. That one swung on, and that's going to be base hit, and that'll score 2. And that's why it's dangerous to have the bases loaded like they were. It's a 2-run double, or single, pardon. 2-run single for Edwards. So a 2-run single there. And that makes it 4-0 in favor of Rockford. And now, will we see a change? And it appears we will. So runners at the corners, 2 down still for Rockford, and appears we'll have a pitching change. And that means that it will be Josiah Peterson who would come in for Trey Emmerich. we will wait and see, though. So we'll take a commercial break. We'll get you all the changes when we come back here on KBEK.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water, whether you want to fish or just float in style. With this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers, half-day rentals start as low as $200. Better yet, rent for a full 8 hours, starting at $300. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. It is Josiah Peterson on the mound for Trey Emmerich. Emmerich will move to right field. I'm not sure where Wyatt Luke moved to. Not sure I see him out there, so he may have moved behind. No, it looks like Alex Jennison possibly moved behind the plate. So it looks like Jennison has moved to the catcher position here in the fourth. So if I'm seeing it correctly, it is Jennison behind the plate, Emmerich in right, Josiah Peterson on the mound, and Luke would go to the bench. So Wyatt Luke on the bench now for Foley. It's a 4-0 lead for Rockford, and 2 down, runners at the corners. Foley trying to get out of this inning. That one inside on Aiden Smith. Smith 1 for 2 with an RBI triple last inning. Peterson's second one is swung on and hit out towards right center. That'll get down. That'll be a base hit. It'll be a extra base hit. It will be scoring 2. And it will be another 2-run triple for Aiden Smith. A 2-run triple for Aiden Smith will make it 6-0 for Rockford. And now, we know Foley are the comeback team, so there's no need to panic, but it's starting to feel like when it rains, it pours if you're the Falcons. Jake Eisentrager to the plate. So another triple there for Aiden Smith. And looks like pinch running there from Brad Gussie or something.
It's 15 Gussie.
It is Gussie.
All runs.
Jake Eisentrager to the plate. So Josiah Peterson is next one here to Eisentrager is outside for ball 1. Not an ideal spot for Foley. Next pitch in there to Eisentrager is for strike 1. That one's going to be bouncing to the catcher for ball 2. 2-1 count for Eisentrager. Pitch from Peterson. Ooh, just outside for ball 3. A 3-1 count for Eisentrager. Josiah Peterson coming in a tough spot as he looks to grab out number 3. Here's the 3-1. It's low, and that's ball 4. Falcons just need to give themselves a break here, get the third out, and get back to the plate to try and get those bats going. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Foley, or for Rockford, pardon. So the left-handed batter, Will Haas, to the plate. First pitch to him is in there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. For Haas, he's 0 for 1, walked in the second, and struck out in the third. That one's going to be in there on the outside part of the plate as well for strike 2, so 2 count for Haas. And Josiah Peterson trying to get the third out. That one is outside for ball 1, and they'll just let the runner steal second in Eisentrager. So no worry about him at second as they let him steal. And Peterson, that one's in there on the outside part of the plate. Got him with something off speed, and he'll go down looking for the second time in a row. But damage was done. A lot of damage was done by Rockford. Oh, Rockford has 4 hits in that inning. 4 runs as well. And an error.
3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 6
there by the Falcons.
7 strikeouts.
So we'll move down to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be a tough battle back into this one for the Foley Falcons as they trail 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. But they have been the comeback kids all postseason long, so we'll see if they can't make another comeback here in this one. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors on KBEK.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Game Day Gilman broadcasting live from Target Field for this Class 2A State Baseball Championship game between your Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets. Foley trails 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Falcons have been comeback kids all year long. And right now all they need to worry about is just getting their first hit. Get their first hit or base runner on. Doesn't matter. If your first base runner is via walk, hit by pitch, and error, doesn't matter. Just worry about getting that first base runner on as Gapinski has to spin out of the way of that one as he will lead off for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 4th. So again, for Foley, just worry about getting your first base runner on. Next one to Kapinski's in there for strike 1. Haas took something off that one, and Kapinski just did not like it. So 1-1 count now for him to lead off. And he thought about it. Holds off, probably should have swung, but that one's in there for strike 2. So again, for Foley, just worry about getting that first base runner. Don't worry about how you get it, just get the first base runner on. And not only that, get Haas, get his pitch count up. Late swing there by Gapinski, and that'll be strike 3 for out number 1. Josiah Peterson now to the plate. He's been a clutch at bat for the Falcons this postseason, and they really need him here. They need him to get on in some sort of way, whether it's a walk, a hit by pitch, error, a big hit, a home run, whatever it is. They need him to get on. The Falcons have struggled here in this one. They have not yet gotten a hit. And big swing and miss there by Peterson. That one would have been going a ways. Don't know if it would have been a home run, but it would have been going a ways. It would have been an extra base hit for sure. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back up towards the press box here, and doesn't get in. It comes up just short. But a 1-2 count for Peterson. Here's the pitch from Haas, and a pitch that jams him up. And it is caught by the second baseman for out number 2. Still no hit for Foley. Brett Leach to the plate. Can he finally put a base runner on for Foley and end the drought here? The bottom of the 4th. 2 down now for the Falcons. And Leach at the plate. Will Haas only has thrown 42 pitches up to this point. And that next one, it'll be 43, but it is his 30th strike on the afternoon. So 43 pitches, 30 strikes. Leach gets a hold of that one. That one's out towards center field. The center fielder tracking it pretty well, and he is there to grab it for out number 3. No hits, no runs, no errors. And the Falcons are desperately searching for something, anything, to go their way as we now head to the top of inning number 5. Your Falcons trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 6-0. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors. And then we'll have that 5th inning ready for you here on Nice 95.5 FM. KBEK.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit, your ride.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Game day going out here at Target Field, home of the Minnesota Twins for this Class 2A state championship game between the Foley Falcons and the Rockford Rockets. Grounds crew out there quickly getting some adjustments made and cleaning up the field a little bit, or the infield, I should say. Again, it's Josiah Peterson on the mound for Foley now. He comes in for Trey Emmerich, who went 3 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, gave up 2 runs, earned 4 runs total, walked 1, struck out 7, and threw 85 pitches, 58 of them were strikes. Leading off now, the top of the 5th for Rockford is Colton Lundberg. He has struck out twice swinging on 3 pitches, and it starts the same way. Swing and a miss. And now this one, he finally makes contact. That one is a towering shot out towards shallow right. The second baseman, no, it'll be the and Hermanson was the first baseman. He's on it, and he must have lost it in the clouds, blended in a little bit, and he lost it, and that's going to get down. And that'll allow him to reach. So a runner at first now for Rockford. Pinch runner at first, Joey Evans for the Rockets. And coming to the plate now is Riley Moran. The first pitch here to Moran is in there for strike 1. Josiah Peterson will check the runner at first, but he is back in time, just making him get dirty. Here's the 0-1 to Moran. That's outside, and that makes it ball 1. 1-1 count for Moran. Peterson gets set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled back out of play, and that'll get up towards the fans in the stands, and someone will get that one and throw it back down for the umpires. The 1-2 pitch is on the way, and it is outside, which will even up the count for Moran at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, top of the 5th. Checking the runner at first is Peterson, but he is back safely. Peterson will take a moment to compose himself, and umpire will wipe off home plate. And everyone's back, and we're ready for the 2-2 pitch from Josiah Peterson. It's on the way, and swung through and missed by Riley Moran for out number 1. At the second strikeout, for Peterson. 15 pitches thrown, 10 of them have been strikes, and now coming to the plate for Rockford, Wilson Sanderson. Struck out looking in the second and also struck out swinging back in the fourth. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. One 1-0 count for Sanderson. That one is swung on and popped up. That one is going to go out of play. And somebody else will have to grab it. Now a 1-1 count for Sanderson after that pitch fouled by himself. And Josiah Peterson readies, shakes off the first one, and now sets. Here's the 1-1. That one swung on and hit out towards center. Gopinski's going to have to go a ways. He's looking, he tracks it down, holds on for out number 2. So Gopinski holds on for the second out, and that'll bring to the plate Owen Schuster for the Rockford Rockets, who lead over your Foley Falcons 6-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. So the freshman, Owen Schuster, at the plate. 1 for 2 today. He swings and fouls that one right in the batter's box. So it will be an 0-1 count for Schuster. Josiah Peterson, 2 down with the runner at first. Here's the next one. Inside, it stays inside for ball 1. So 1-1 count for Schuster. That one's in there for strike 2. One-two count now for Schuster as Josiah Peterson tries to get the inning ended. That one lined right at Hermanson, and he makes up for missing that base hit. So he catches the line drive there at first for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs for Rockford. No errors committed there by Foley, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Foley is starting to run out of time here in this championship game at State. If they want to get something going, they need something soon. They really need, again, as I mentioned before, just get a base runner on. Doesn't matter how, whether it's a base hit, error, walk, hit by pitch, home run, doesn't matter. Get your first base runner on there, and I realize with a home run it's not necessarily a base runner because that's just a run. But either way, just for Foley, I think for them, focus on getting that first runner on. If you can get your first base runner on, I think that will really change how this game looks. And again, for Will Haas, in 4 innings, this will be his 5th inning of work, he's only thrown 44 pitches, so he's averaging 11 pitches per inning. For high school baseball, that's pretty dang good. That is pretty darn good. And he's also thrown 31 strikes. So, for Rockford, Haas is in a rhythm. And they need to, one, worry about getting their base runner. I think that's what the Falcons need to do here, is just worry about getting that first base runner, then make him think about something else. Because once you get your first base runner, 2, you're going to make him think about that base runner now. And 3, then you can start working his pitch count. Leading off for the Foley Falcons, they have had 4 straight 1-2-3 innings, will be Reed Hermanson. He just made that play at first, so maybe he's feeling a little bit of something in this at-bat, as the first pitch to him is strike 1. The 0-1, he swings and misses. So Hermanson down on the count, 0-2. Haas ready, here's the pitch. And Hermanson gets a piece of that one, right to the third baseman. The throw on to first is in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Trey Emmerich will come to the plate now for Foley. They need something. Left-handed batter Emmerich comes to the plate. That one is in there for strike 1. Emmerich looking at that one, and that's the thing. Foley seems to be kind of too, I don't want to say timid at the plate, but that just seems, they just don't seem aggressive enough at the plate, or too aggressive at times. Ooh, maybe not the greatest of calls there. That one's low, but it's called strike 2. 1-2 count now for Trey Emmerich. And here's the pitch from Haas. Outside, and that'll leave the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Falcons trailing 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a strike 3 call. That one, that's a bad call. That one should have been ball 3. Well, he'll go down looking, but that should have been ball 3. Probably should have been a walk because the other pitch should have been ball 2. So now to the plate, Derek Damon with 2 down and nobody on. Been a reoccurring theme here in this one. But that one, man, that's a tough one. Derek Damon at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging back in the 2nd. Damon will call time. Take a moment to compose himself. And again, Foley has done a really good job making comebacks here this postseason. Not only that, they've been really good with 2 outs. They've been really good at making stuff happen with 2 outs. So maybe a little bit of 2-out magic here for the Falcons, as we can only hope. Domino with now a 2-0 count, and that one's in there for strike 1. Damon, I apologize. Here's the 2-1. Quick pitch, but it's going to be ball 3 from Will Haas. 3-1. Haas ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Derek Damon. So now a full count. 2 down, nobody on for Foley. Haas with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Out number 3. No hits, no runs. For Foley, no errors by Rockford. And we'll go to the top of the 6th inning. As of late, Rockford has gotten in a rhythm, but last inning they weren't able to do much on the base paths, so Foley can only hope to continue to keep Rockford off the base paths and hope their defense can step up, make some plays, and get back to the plate and hopefully get something going in that aspect. Back for the top of the 6th inning when we return on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
KBEK Sports. Local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips 1, slips a 2nd, able to get away for Sluga. Back underneath, far side, and a goal!
To the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Mora, Pine City, North Branch, Graham, East Central, Hinckley Finlayson, Malacca. Find out who plays next at kbek.com.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
It's game day. Gilman here on Nice 95.5 at Target Field for this Class 2A state championship game. Leading off for Rockford here in the top of the 6th is their leadoff man, Pat Benabos. First pitch to him is ball 1. Josiah Peterson with the next one. That one's going to be fouled off into the stands. So the 1-1 pitch on the way from Peterson. Swung on and missed. And that's a gnarly pitch there from Peterson. Here's the 1-2. That one's in there for strike 3 looking. Came back with a similar pitch in the same spot, and I think Benwell's thought to himself, you won't come back with that same pitch, but he did. And now Max Edwards to the plate. First pitch is in there, and that is strike 1. Next one is low for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch from Peterson is outside, and that's ball 2. And the 2-1 low, and that's going to be ball 3. Three-one count now for Edwards. Josiah Peterson with the pitch that's bouncing, and that's a walk. Edwards draws the walk, and now Aiden Smith to the plate. He has been hot. Both he and Edwards have 3 runs batted in, but it's been back-to-back RBI triples for Aiden Smith. And Foley's just hoping that's not the case here. First pitch to Smith is in there for strike 1. Pops out of the glove of Jennison, but in there anyways for the strike. Peterson sets. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swung on and right to the third baseman. Throw on to second for 1. Throw on to first. It will not get him. So it'll be a fielder's choice that Aiden Smith will reach on, as out number 2 will be Edwards heading to second. 2 down now for Rockford. Jake Eisentrager to the plate. Eisentrager. Time called by the ump. They're gonna allow Aiden Smith to get his shin guard off. Great catch there by the ump. Otherwise, he probably would have been stuck taking it off with the ball in play. So 2 down, runner at first for Rockford. A swing, and I think Eisentrager they're going to say he didn't get a piece of it, so it'll be strike 1 as it just leaves the glove of Jennison. It is strike 1, swung on and missed, but it pops out of the glove of Jennison, and Smith steals second because of it. 0-1 for Eisentrager. Peterson gets set with the 0-1, and here's the pitch. That one swung on, and that one should be foul. Weigh that ball in and into the Rockford dugout. So 0-2 now for Eisentrager and Josiah Peterson. He will ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is swung on, hit right at the third baseman. He got it. Throw on to first is there for out number 3. Brett Leach with a nice pickup there for the ground out. So no hits, no runs, and no errors committed there by Foley. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Falcons are starting to run out of time here in this one. Bottom of the 6th, they trail by 6, and they need some of that 2-out magic, or that come from behind magic, if you will. They need it all here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and we will be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Leading off for the Foley Falcons is going to be Jaden Enerson, and the first pitch to him is inside for ball one. So Will Haas, his next one is inside, but in there for strike one. And the next one is swung on and missed by Enerson for strike two. 1-2 count for Enerson. Will Haas readies. Here's the pitch. And that's another strikeout for Haas. My goodness. Swing and a miss by Enerson. And now Jay Smolleter coming to the plate, 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking back in the third. First pitch is in there on the inside part of the plate for strike one. Next one is showing bunt is Molitor. That one's bunted back into the netting behind home plate, and now it's 0-2 for Jay Molitor. One down, nobody on. Bottom of the sixth, Falcons trail by 6. Next one is high, and that'll be ball one to Jay Molitor. So again, the Falcons just need to worry about getting on base here. That one is swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Haas, and 2 down now for the Foley Falcons. Alex Jennison coming to the plate with 2 down. Can he start the 2-out magic here? Jennison will look at the first pitch for strike one. Haas, 67 pitches, 47 strikes. A slow roller to the pitcher, and Jennison is going to be safe at first. So Jennison beats out the slow roller to the pitcher. That was kind of in no man's land. So a single for Alex Jennison. That breaks up the no-hitter, by the way. Not sure why he didn't toss it to his first baseman, or his first baseman wasn't back on the bag there. A little bit of miscommunication on that one, but now Bryce Kapinski is at the plate with 2 down, a runner on first. And the first pitch to him is strike one, so that breaks up his no-hitter. Here's the 0-1. That's in there for strike two. So Kapinski, he's looked at those last 2 pitches. Those have been pretty good balls to swing at. Here's the 0-2. That's high for ball one. So the Falcons finally have their first base runner here. Can they do something with it? Can they start that 2-out rally? Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haas. Oh, and then Kapinski will go down looking. Kapinski's got to be battling there. Kapinski has got to get that bat off his shoulder, especially 1-2. Your team's down by 6. You've got to be swinging to protect. So that's a bit of a folly there by the Falcons. Unfortunately, got to be swinging there with 1-2 and your team down by a bunch. You got to be swinging at every opportunity. Well, not every opportunity, but with balls even close to the strike zone, got to be swinging because you're down to your final 3 outs after the top of the 7th, which we will come back for after a word from our fine sponsors.
At Walia Health, your eye health is our passion. With cutting-edge technology and a team dedicated to your well-being, we're here to ensure your eyesight shines bright. From diagnosing and treating conditions like cataracts and glaucoma to helping you find the perfect pair of glasses or contacts, we've got you covered. Schedule your appointment today at waliahealth.org or give us a call at 320-679-2020. Let's keep those eyes sparkling together.
Whoa, they got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like lots of matzo pizza, buy one, get one free. Ben & Jerry's 2 for $12. Celsius, buy 2, get 1 free. Any size fountain pop, just 79 cents. Jack's Link Jerky, 2 for $10. And Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, ready to eat, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, your Foley Falcons trail by 6 here in the final inning of play. This Class 2A state championship game. Top of the 7th. And looks like we'll get a pinch hitter here for Rockford. For Will Haas, it will be number 10, which is Logan Vicino. So Logan Vicino will come to the plate to bat in place of Will Haas. First pitch is... I'm going to check the umpire at first, and he says he swung. So, held up on it, but first base umpire says he got around. 0-1, and that one bounces to the catcher from Josiah Peterson. Jennison wanted a new ball, but they're not going to... Either the umpire doesn't have one or just wants him to use that one. Next pitch is inside for ball 2. 2-1 to Vicino. That one's in there, and that's now an even 2-2 count. Next one is in there for strike 3. And now coming to the plate, Colton Lundberg with 1 down. That one's in there for strike 1 to him from Josiah Peterson. Peterson, we had a time call here for something. Not sure what, but you got it figured out. The 0-1 from Peterson, swung on and fouled behind the plate. It's now 0-2 for Lundberg. Here's the pitch from Peterson. Swung on and missed. So 2 down now for Rockford. Coming to the plate will be another pinch hitter. So number 11, Carter Dornsbach. Coming in for Riley Moran. So Dornsbach in here for the 7th inning for Riley Moran. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. 2 down, top of the 7th. Foley trails 6-0 on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard. Took a little something off that one, did Peterson, but it's left outside for ball 1. 1-1 inside for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike, and this one is swung on and missed by Dornsbach. And here's the 2-2. That one swung on and hit slowly towards the shortstop. He picks up, throw on to first, is in time for out number 3. Falcons will be up to the plate after no hits, no runs, and no errors, but they're down to their final 3 outs are the Falcons. Down to their final 3 outs, and they need 6 runs for this game to continue. They need 7 for the win. So for Foley, can they break off 7 runs here in the bottom of the 7th and win this one, or at least get 6 and try and get it to a extra inning? We'll find out right when we come back here on KBEK.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, for Foley. They need at least 6 runs to continue this game into extra innings. They need 8 to win it. They've had 1 hit all game. That was last inning by Alex Jennison after he beat a slow roller in between the pitcher and first baseman. The pitcher wound up getting to it. The first baseman, I don't think, knew what was happening, and just a miscommunication between the two, which wound up leading to a Jennison hit. So now leading off for the Falcons is Josiah Peterson. Do they have some comeback magic left in them? Josiah Peterson watches the first pitch from Haas high for ball 1. 72 pitches, 51 strikes for Haas. Now 73 and 51. Peterson will watch that one outside for ball 2. The 2-0, and Peterson gets a piece of it, and that one will go foul out of play. Here's the 2-1 from Haas. That one swung on, and that one's going to go foul out of play as well. So now an even 2-2 count for Josiah Peterson, the leadoff man here for Foley. In the bottom of the 7th, they need 6 runs at least. They could use 7. That one is swung on and hit out towards left field. The left fielder is on it and makes the over-the-shoulder grab. What a grab there by the left fielder. You just got to give props where they're due, and they're due right there. The left fielder holds on for out number 1. An over-the-shoulder catch by Riley Strahler. Wow, what a catch out there in left. Over the shoulder, making it look easy. What should have been a hit for Josiah Peterson winds up being an incredible play in left, and now Brett Leach to the plate with 1 down. It's inside, ball 1. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back, and that makes the count 1-1 for Brett Leach. 1 down, nobody on for Foley. They're down to their final 2 outs. They need 6. 7 would win it. Haas with the pitch outside for ball number 2. 2-1 count for Brett Leach. Again, his team needs at least 6 runs to keep this game going, 7 to win it. And he fouls this one back as well. That evens the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch on the way from Haas. And Leach will foul this one back out of play. So another 2-2 opportunity for Leach. Here's the pitch. Low, and it bounces away from the catcher. That'll run the count full. 1 hit all game for the Falcons. 1 error. They've allowed 9 hits and 6 runs. The full count pitch is swung on and fouled back. So Brett Leach keeping himself alive. Full count now. And here's the pitch. in there. Got him looking for strike 3. That's another one where maybe should have been ball 4. 2 down. Falcons are down to their final out, and it's Reed Hermanson. Can he bring the 2-out magic and rally 6 runs here with 2 outs, maybe 7 even? We'll see. Foley down to their final out. Reed Hermanson at the plate. Swings and misses on the first one. Rockford fans on their feet. They know with 2 more strikes it will be a state championship for them. That one's hit right to second base. Throw it on to first. And that's it. And that is it. No hits, no runs for Foley. And they fall here to Rockford in the state championship game. 6-0, on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Take a commercial break. Here we're from our fine sponsors. Back after the break here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at wcmpradio.com.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Back here on KBEK, the Falcons fall here in the state championship game to Rockford. 6-0. It was a great season, though, for Foley. A second place at the state championship game. It's going to feel like a kind of a season that kind of ended, and it's going to hurt for Foley, quite simply put. But when Foley comes back and looks at this season, they got to remember how great this season was, because, man, oh man, what a season it was for them. Section champions once again, state runners-up in Class 2A here against Rockford. For Trey Emmerich, he went 3 2/3, allowed 7 hits, earned runs 2, walked 1, 7 strikeouts. He threw 85 pitches, 58 of them were strikes. For Josiah Peterson, he finished it off with 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, threw 49 pitches, and 33 of them were strikes. 134 pitches total, 91 total strikes in a 7-0 loss here to Rockford. I want to take a moment to honor the seniors of Foley. They were a big part of this team getting back here to state. Jace Molitor, Trey Emmerich, Josiah Peterson, Bryce Kapinski, Alex Jennison, Brett Leach, Chase Daler, Jaden Enerson, and Reed Hermanson, Derek Damon and Gavin Owen are the seniors. So a huge shout out to the Foley seniors for once again getting back to the state tournament. Section winners in Section 6AA and runners up in Class 2A state tournament. So congratulations again to the Foley Falcons on their fantastic season. Coming up just short here in the state championship game, but second place at state is nothing to scoff at. So congratulations to Foley. They should not look as their season as it ended the way it shouldn't have, or as a failure, because they got to realize what it takes to get to the state tournament, and it takes a lot. So huge shout out and congrats to Foley, and it'll hurt for a little bit. Well, when they look back, I hope they look and see how great of a season it was, and just how much it meant to them and this city. So for Foley, they are Section 6AA champions and runners-up in Class 2A state tournament. Congratulations once again to Foley and all of their seniors. Once again, Jace Molitor, Trey Emmerich, Josiah Peterson, Bryce Kapinski, Alex Jennison, Brett Leach, Chase Daler, Jaden Enerson, Derek Damon, and Gavin Owen. the seniors for Foley. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here today. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We also want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring this and all the other broadcasts that we do. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to be here and call any of these games. So we appreciate all of our fine sponsors. Also, remember to stay tuned to the morning shows on both KBEK 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley and on 100.9 FM WCMP, 7:30, 7:45, 8:30, 8:45 for your local sports updates. Now it'll be this final game, and then Town Ball is all we have left local to talk about. We'll talk regional and national sports as well. Stay tuned to our websites, kbk.com, wcmpradio.com, for all things local sports, interviews, breaking news, all things of that nature, and stories of games that we've done as well. Also, stay tuned to our Facebook pages for both stations, and of course our websites, as I mentioned before, plus our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Again, interviews, breaking news, LOI signings, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all those things and more. So be sure to stay tuned to our websites, our social medias as well. Again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Falcons come up short against Rockford 6-0, but our state runners-up in Class 2A and our Section 6 AA champions once again. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and all the other broadcasts that we cover. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to be out here, so we appreciate them. And again, remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could make their day. The final, once again, 6-0. Foley is second place in Class 2A. For Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your weekend.